What is your relationship like with drugs now?
The only thing I abuse at the moment is Adderall. I have a really bad habit of eating a bunch of Adderall and like watching porn for a long time. So
Taking a bunch of Adderall and jerking off for like an entire day, I've been there before. It's an intoxicating combination.
Call from
Johnny.
Hello?
Hello.
Johnny, what's going on?
Well, man, I'm chilling. I'm breathing. I'm doing all right.
You know, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good if you can breathe. That's like it's a sign of prosperity in my book.
Yeah, thankful for it, man. I'm glad to be here.
So what's up, Johnny? What do you want to talk about?
Well, had a pretty rough 3 years since graduating high school. I've like lost a lot of friends over the past 3 years. Been in a pretty terrible relationship. Just like going through my 20s, you know.
And you're what, 21?
I am 21.
Why did you lose a lot of friends?
So I kind of just gradually stopped talking to them because I don't know if it's just like a standard with high school friends that, you know, over time you just lose them. But I don't know. I kind of felt like I don't know. I was really disrespected a lot, and I wasn't the most. I don't know. I wasn't the best guy either. But I kind of get made fun of a lot. Like I'm a pretty big dude, and they'd kind of make fun of me for that and say a whole lot of other terrible things. And you know, I just kind of felt like I grew out of them, you know. But I don't know. But like last year, I was on a 3-month drug binge, and I was just like holding grudges all the time. Like my friends would kind of do things that slightly annoyed me, and I think with the drug use and like my hubris, I just stopped talking to them, and I really pushed everyone away, and it led to me having a manic episode. And then I went to a mental hospital. Spent about 10 days there.
So let me ask you this. When you talk to real therapists about these issues, what do they tell you?
What's funny is I actually had 2 therapists, and we would kind of talk about the present moment and what I'm doing at the time. You know, I guess the weird thing about therapy is when you talk to therapists, you're always talking about what's going on in the present time so that you're okay now. And, you know, I don't think I really talked about a lot of the crazy stuff that happened in the past, more like just the reason why it happened and how I can understand it. So I guess they just kind of try to help me understand it more.
Okay. And has that been successful in helping you understand the past?
I understood that I need to be very careful with my life. I mean, especially with friends. I'll be honest, man. Like, I first got high when I was 8 years old, and it wasn't even my fault. I didn't even know what I was doing. I found a can of computer duster, and I put my mouth on it, and some air came out. And I like finished the whole can. And that's when I was 8 years old, getting high off computer duster. And I'm surprised I'm not dead, dude. Like, just that and smoking weed at 14 has led to a chain reaction of drug abuse and a lot of pain. And it's really tarnished a lot of my relationships.
What is your relationship like with drugs now?
The only thing I abuse at the moment is Adderall. I have a really bad habit of like eating a bunch of Adderall and like watching porn for a long time. So
yeah,
yeah, man. So like,
no, Adderall definitely makes it. Adderall, like taking a bunch of Adderall and jerking off for like an entire day. I've been there before. It's an intoxicating combination.
I'm glad you can relate, man. I was a little scared to tell you that because I was like, oh, dude, I'm going to be a gooner, man. People are going to know me as a gooner on the internet forever. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, Adderall, in my experience with Adderall, And I'm talking about, and by the way, I'm just talking about shit that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it's just you and me, two fucking dudes having a chat right here. That's what this is.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
For me, Adderall, it felt like it always made me like optimistic. You know what I mean? Because like I was going through life like in a very like depressed mood, and Adderall like elevates you and makes you think that all your hopes and dreams are possible, and then you celebrate that by jacking off for 6 hours. That's been my experience.
Dude, you know how it is, man. Last time I did it was Sunday, which was yesterday. So, the problem with being an addict is you always say, like, one last time. And, like, my last time little, I guess, like, I ran out of Adderall. So, like, I can't really do it anymore. But it just sucks because, like, my dopamine's going to be low as shit. And I kind of get anxiety. So I'm going to have to wait 3 months for that to level out. But, I'm not doing cough syrup anymore. I hate weed now. Like, I have some edibles in my closet, but I don't do them because I was actually, this is going to sound really stupid, but it was kind of a rookie, well, not really a rookie mistake, but people have gone to the emergency room before. I took a shit ton of edibles and drank some cough syrup. My heart was beating, like, super fast, and I got scared, so I kind of told my parents about it. So yeah, that kind of happened. Yeah, and I also 2 years ago, I drank a bunch of cough syrup, and now my memory is completely shot. I have a hard time cognitively, and I can't even remember last week or what I did yesterday, other than the Adderall. It sucks, dude, because I felt like I could have been really smart. Like, I could have, not really like a genius, but I could have been a bright dude. And just me continuously self-sabotaging and going back into the hole where I'm comfortable. It's like, I want to stay there and I never want to get better. Like, I'm not really doing it in school right now, but I'm not worried about it. I can still pick it up. I also kind of failed college like 3 or 4 times. Which wasn't the best thing ever. But I'm trying. I changed my major, so...
Man, I got a lot of thoughts on what you just said. The first thing is this like idea, like you're 21 and you've like I don't know why you've like written yourself off as like, I thought I could be smart and now I'm a dumb piece of shit forever. Yeah. I don't know what it is in your brain that's made you decide that so finitely. What is it that you, and I know you're talking about like not being good in school, but I mean, I don't think that school is the ultimate measure of success and smartness in a human being. So I'll ask you this: what is it that you want to do with your life?
I have a lot of interests. There's a lot of things I want to do. In terms of money, I'm pursuing cybersecurity or something tech related. So that's my money issue. That's what I'm going to do for money. But last year I kind of discovered I had a creative impulse, and I want to write a book. I'm writing a book right now, and it's based on a couple of conspiracy theories. And I draw sometimes. So I guess I want to make money so I can be financially stable, and I want to make money so I can like fund my creative passions, and maybe one day I can make money for my creative passions. Yeah.
I mean, those are both great, man. I guess if we can for a second, I want to understand why you have written yourself off as permanently dumb.
I think because I've been called like stupid and retarded a lot by the friends that I kind of grew out of, and it's really tough when. Now I guess this is like an old lesson that I kind of learned, but it's really tough to think you're not something when people constantly tell you that you're a certain thing, and it's like, who gives a shit about what people say? Fuck them. But it's tough when everything you do around a certain group of friends is like not acceptable, and you just feel really stupid. And also, the second thing is I kind of just noticed that my memory isn't what it used to be. I mean,
oh yeah,
that's another thing. So I guess it's not really smart of me, and I'm not really having a growth mindset or being proactive when I'm kind of writing myself off like that. I'm actually really glad you said that, because now I can do whatever I want. It's tough, you know. Tough to kind of get into that spot where you can realize, like, oh, it doesn't matter what I did in the past. I can get out there and still do shit.
Do you have anyone in your life who is supportive of you as a person?
Yeah. I was alone for a really long time, but I recently reconnected with some friends. And I got some people, you know, like small group of dudes and my family, obviously. Yeah, they're supportive. They're cool people. You know, can I shout out some people real quick? Is that okay?
You can shout out your friends.
Yeah, give
us
Evan,
their full
Nick.
first and last names.
You want their socials too?
And their socials. Evan, Nick.
Yeah, we got Evan, Nikki, Glenny, Bobby, and Deji.
Do you have a friend named Glenny and a friend named Bobby, or is this one friend named Glenny Bobby?
Oh, it's one friend named Glenny Bobby. He's pretty cool.
Why is that his last name or his first name?
No, that's his. That's just what we call him. I mean, that's what I call him. I call him Glenny Bobby.
Well, shit, man. I mean, how do you know these fellas?
We all went to the same middle school.
Okay. So wait, so this is a different group than the group who were being
being shitty towards me.
Yeah. So this is a different group.
Yeah. Different group, but we all kind of knew each other back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, different group, definitely.
Well, I mean, shit, man. I'll say this: that whole thing of like people tell you that you're something, it's hard to not believe that you're that thing. But like, dude, at the end of the day, like, I don't know. I think you gotta figure out a way to surmise your own opinions of yourself from within, and not relying on other people. That goes for positive things too, by the way. That's something that people get tripped up about, right? Because if you start, you know, everyone around you keeps calling you smart and awesome and amazing, and then you just get your rocks off
like
you get your ego boosted by what other people think of you instead of what the ideal. I mean, I don't know. I fucking don't. I hate talking on here about like what the ideal healthy thing to do is, because I don't know, because I'm trying to figure this shit out myself. But like, it seems to me that the ideal healthy thing to do is to like get your idea of who you are from within, and not rely on the opinions of other people, both, you know, believing them when they tell you negative things and believing them when they tell you positive things, and just fucking you know, believing what you decide to believe about yourself. Well, that's cool, man. You're gonna become a hacker. You're gonna hack shit.
You know what's funny is cybersecurity is such a broad term. There's a lot of like different shit that goes into it, and I kind of don't know what I want to do. I kind of took a step forward and said, all right, this is what I'm going for. So I don't know. Hopefully I can pick something relatively like okay, and I feel like I'm good with technology, so that kind of helps.
Let me ask you something.
I just want to make money.
When I was in 5th grade, my friends hacked into my Webkinz account, and by hacked I meant I told them my password and they logged in, and they stole. These motherfuckers stole all of my furniture from my Webkinz room, and it's in their account now, and I'm still pissed off about it. Do you have the skills to locate the 16-year-old Webkinz account and get back in and take my stuff back? Can we do that?
You know, just for you, Therapy Gecko, for all the times you've helped me fall asleep, I sure will. What's the Webkinz name account?
Oh, I don't even know. I actually don't even remember.
Yeah, I'll still try to do it.
I think my password was like Mario64 or something like that.
That's a good password.
Well, shit, man. I hope if you get it, genuinely, you seem like a really smart, really good guy, and so I hope genuinely that if you get anything out of this phone call, it's to just whatever you fucking do, dude, don't write yourself off. It's like, it's the saddest thing to me when people like write themselves off permanently, especially so young, because and it's hard. I've been in the thick of it. I write myself off constantly, and it's like, maybe you do need an outside perspective to tell you that you're cashing in too early by believing that you're going to be dumb forever because you huffed some paint.
Yeah.
I mean, biologically, you have lost some brain cells. That's true. You're going to have to hold the L on that,
no.
but that's fine.
Dude,
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need that many brain cells to function in society. And having shitty I have shitty memory. I've been like smoking fucking pot every day for years, and that's why people tell me their name and I forget it instantly.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know, I can still function in society and be a human being and provide value to myself and others. And so can you, goddammit.
Indeed, you're so right. I'm so glad the person outside of myself to tell you that was the therapy gecko. So,
Johnny, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, or fucking anything before we go?
My name's Johnny Karate. I like sucking cock, slinging rock, sucking dick, and eating clits.
Nice. Later on, Johnny Karate.
Thank you. I love you, Therapy Gecko. Take care.
That guy's got some cool hobbies. Hey folks, this is Lyle. I am very excited to announce that I am going back on tour in 2024 to do Therapy Gecko live all across the country. If you've never been to one of my live shows before, they are extremely fun, unpredictable, wild evenings that involve a mix of group gecko therapy sessions as well as some material and presentations from myself. And if you've been to the show before, I have new presentations and will, of course, be interviewing new people. If you're a fan of the podcast, you're going to have a great time at the live show, so I hope to see you guys there. Go to therapygeckotour.com or check the link in the episode description for a full list of cities where tickets are available. Also, if you don't see your city on the list of cities, please still click the link and RSVP with your phone number so I can contact you when tickets go on sale for your city, because I'm going to announce a bunch more dates very soon. Geck bless.
Hello.
Hey. What's your name? Yeah, this is the Geck.
Oh shit.
You know what? I actually meant to call someone else, but let's talk. What's up, man? What's your name?
McLovin.
McLovin.
Yes.
What can I do you for? What can I do you for?
I am in a creative slump at the moment.
Okay.
I kind of do YouTube a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And later on down the line, I just kind of quit. I don't know how to. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. I didn't think I was going to get a call.
What kind of YouTube videos do you make?
If you know what I'm saying. Different, junk videos. I talk about shit. I have a video that I made a big rant about a light bulb that uses Wi-Fi.
A light bulb that uses Wi-Fi? What kind of light bulb is this?
I don't know. It's called Micro or some shit.
Micro. Okay. So what do you mean by junk videos?
Like, I just talk about different shit and all that, and I started doing reviews of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just talk about different stuff, kind of like Moist Critical, I guess.
You texted me actually, and you said, what'd you say? You said I used to do crazy experiments.
I didn't actually think that would go through. So, back, oh boy. I'm hoping this is because it was kind of sexual. Is that okay to say on here?
What kind of experiments were these?
Well, I wanted to see what things will feel good to my penis.
Okay.
So I actually made my name up on Valorant. You can probably look it up somewhere. And I wanted to see how it felt to stick my penis in Wendy's Frosties.
And how did it feel?
It was like a fucking frostbite. It did not feel great. I had to use fucking the heat just to fucking get it out directly from the fucking vent.
What do you like? It got stuck in there?
It kind of did, yeah.
What flavor Frosty was it?
I think it was strawberry.
How long did you leave your penis submerged in the Frosty?
45 minutes.
You put your penis in a Frosty for 45 minutes.
Yes. And that's where the thing came from. I come in Wendy's Frosties. And that was my Steam name for a long time.
So this is a real video that I like. If I looked for it on YouTube,
No,
I'd find it.
no. This ain't a video. This is what I used to do as a kid. There was no videos of it.
Wait. Oh. Okay. So when you were a kid, you did weird experiments like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why'd you do it for 45 minutes?
I don't know. I forgot about it, kind of.
What other experiments did
guess.
you do?
Well, let's see. I wanted to try putting it in gravy. That wasn't the great. There was one time. This is when it kind of stopped. But I used to work at Butterball, the turkey place, and
Butterball.
I told my Butterball.
Butterball.
It's a turkey plant.
Okay.
And I asked one of my coworkers, "Hey, we need to steal a turkey so I can do an experiment to it real quick."
You fucking with me right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm being dead ass.
You told your coworker to make a turkey bowl for you to stick your penis in.
No. I said we're going to steal a whole turkey, a whole ass turkey, and take it somewhere. I'm just going to see how it feels, and then just throw it away.
Is it? That's like bestiality and necrophilia, kind of.
Well, the turkey was dead, and it's like skinned and everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But that was the old me. I don't do that shit anymore. Yeah.
Was it a raw turkey?
Yeah.
What happened to your penis after you did that?
I didn't feel too good.
See, this is weird. What's the what's the ethics on turkey necrophilia? Because like a lot of people eat turkeys, and that's bad, I guess. But well, I guess that's okay. But if you it's obviously it's not okay to have sex with a live turkey. But if it's okay to kill and eat a turkey, is it? Oh, I mean, I'm leaning towards no. I'm leaning towards it's not. But I guess why is it bad? Why can you not fuck a dead turkey, but you can eat it?
That's a good question.
I don't know if it is a good question.
Yeah, it's not a good question. You're right.
So is that all of your experiments
that I can think of?
Okay.
But about the turkey, I didn't actually get to do it.
Oh, you didn't actually stick your penis in the turkey?
No.
Okay, I mean, that's
I
good.
got fired after it.
Why'd you get fired?
Because me and my buddy were walking out with it, and we both got fired.
The person who fired you didn't find out what you were actually planning to do with the turkey, did they?
No, I said I was going to give it to my cousin with cancer.
Wow. That's the opposite of fucking a turkey, is giving it to a guy with cancer.
Yeah.
I guess the opposite of fucking a turkey would be, I guess it would be not fucking a turkey, but that's not really an opposite. That's more just like a absence.
Yeah.
So you're in a creative rut. Why are you in a creative rut?
That was the word, creative rut. Because I don't feel like my content isn't really good. Like, I guess you just have to keep posting until something happens, is what some people tell me.
Why do you think your content's not good?
I don't know.
Well, you have this you have this feeling right now that is creating a creative rut for you, and you can't even express why you have that feeling?
Well, I think it's because I've done it for X amount of years, and then nothing really has grown. Like I made 3 channels, and I kind of put down 2 of them and started a new one.
Okay, what kind of videos are you making?
Well, I haven't posted any lately. It's mostly game videos. So I made a whole video of me streaming Elden Ring. Then like I said, I talk about dumb shit. Make reviews for games. I'm actually working on a review with a buddy, but it's taking a long time because my computer blew up. So
let me ask you this: are you having fun? Are you enjoying making these videos?
I did, yeah. Before my computer blew up.
You did before your computer blew up. What do you mean?
So I was making a video, and my screen started stuttering, and all I hear was and my computer just fucking blew up the power supply.
All right,
it was an old computer. It was like 2015.
What are you making videos with now?
I bought a new one.
Okay. Are you having fun making the videos that you're making on the computer you're making them with now?
Well, I haven't started yet because I had to do that whole process again of making sure my sound is good. I've been trying to work extra hard. I do DoorDash and I work at a different job.
Okay.
Because
look, I know it sounds trite. I know it's what everyone says, but it is true. It's like, as long as you're having fun with the actual process of making the videos, the outcome is irrelevant, because all the outcome does is enable you to live in more of the process.
Kind of the outcome is a motivator, I guess.
Is a what? It's a motivator. Yeah, it's a motivator.
Yeah.
It is a motivator, and it's a legitimate motivator, because you can get addicted to watching videos blow up and stuff, but at the end of the day, the real motivation should be just from a simple enjoyment of actually making the videos themselves.
Okay.
And if you're doing that, you're winning, you know?
Mm-hmm. And there's another thing. I'm trying to get... My brother's 13. We're going to call him Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him, not have to work the 9 to 5 and all that bullshit, I want to make a game with him, but I don't know where to start.
Do you want to make a game with your 13-year-old brother?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And I've already made a project name. It was a project that I had an idea for a fucking long time. It was over dreams I've had of it. And it was the project name was called Trigon X.
Okay.
And it's kind of a little bit like Final Fantasy in a way, but still, it's going to have its own elements.
So you're asking me how to make a video game?
No, I guess, yeah.
Dude, I don't know how to make a video game.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how would you think we start? In a way.
Dude, my answer is you Google how to make a video game. I mean, I don't know, man. There's all these, like, I'm sorry, I don't have any better advice for you other than to look it up. You know, ask ChatGPT. By the way, that goes for. By the way, that honestly almost certain that kind of goes for anyone who would ever call into this podcast to ask me anything. If just ask ChatGPT, it'll actually give you a way better answer than anything that I will say.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I ask ChatGPT about everything. It's great. I'm excited for AI to take over humanity because it's kind of better than humanity in some degrees. It's more objective.
In a way, but a little scary, in my opinion.
But yeah, man. Maybe I'll make a Gecko GPT that I don't know what the fuck it would do. But anyway, yeah, man. Why don't you just go on like RPG Maker or like just Google how to make a video game.
Yeah.
But no matter what, I'm just glad that you've evolved beyond sticking your dick in Frosties and you're trying to do more productive things. That's what I've gleaned from this conversation. McLovin, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Stay safe out there and keep your dreams alive.
All right, man. I look forward to catching your game on Steam.
Oh, yeah. Love you, Gecko.
Take care, man.
You too.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much.
What's your name?
How's it going?
I'm going to call you Alex.
Hi, you can call me Joe.
Okay. I wanted to call you Alex. Because I'm going to forget. I've learned now, because I forget everyone's name. Because I have some weird form of brain damage, I think. So
I can call me whatever you want.
And I've noticed that I'll remember people's names better if I give them a name.
Okay, Alex is good.
Do you prefer if you prefer Joe, I'll call you Joe.
Honestly, it's your show. You do whatever you want. It's all good.
What I want is you know what? I'm going to call you Alex. Alex, what's up, man? How can I get you today?
It's going pretty good. But I mean, I've been dealing with these sort of intrusive thoughts for a while, and I just sort of wanted to talk about it.
Okay, what kind of intrusive thoughts?
Sort of intrusive thoughts about harming people.
How long have you been?
It's not.
Go ahead.
It's been happening like a long time. I'm not sure exactly when it started, but it just sort of, whenever I have like a negative, like a memory with a negative association to it, I just get these sort of intrusive thoughts where I want to like hurt someone, or like I just get. It's not comfortable for me, you know. It makes me feel like I'm like I could potentially be dangerous to people around me, and it's just I don't know why it happens.
Are these intrusive thoughts about hurting specific people or just people?
No, it's never anybody specific.
Have you ever spoken to a real therapist about this?
No.
What's preventing you from doing that?
I guess I don't really respect Western therapy.
Sure. I empathize with that.
Yeah.
I empathize with that plight of not respecting Western therapy, but I do think if you really are struggling with this thing where you feel like you might be a potential danger to other people and it's like totally fucking you up, you know, it's within your agency to attempt to do something about it, right? And
Right.
talking to somebody who maybe, you know, look, I'm just a dumbass in a gecko costume, and I think talking to somebody who actually understands how these thoughts work would be helpful to you. And I've actually been thinking about this because I know that you know, a lot of people that just can't afford therapy. I don't know if you have do you have insurance?
That's definitely part of it too. I'm not. I don't have money.
Do you have insurance?
I'm not insurance that would cover therapy, no.
Okay.
But I mean, I like the idea of just sort of talking to somebody who has more of a clean slate understanding of things just from, you know, their own life experience. I don't think there's necessarily that much value in like the education that a therapist would have. And like you got like a 50-50 shot of getting a good one.
Sure, I respect those thoughts, but it's still worth it to try. I'm a kind of a hypocrite because I've also been like kind of avoidant with actual therapy myself. But what the fuck was I gonna say? The money thing. I mean, I actually I'm gonna get back to on this because I've actually been thinking about this a lot because there's so many people who like, you know, struggle with like they just can't fucking afford it, and I think that there are resources out there to get it, to get real therapy, like through like a community center or a college or something like that. But
yeah, there definitely are. I just honestly, I just haven't looked into it. It's been like low on my priority list. Like,
I feel as though if look, I'm my whole thing is I'm perpetually like playing house here. You know, I'm not a real therapist. I'm just like fucking chilling, trying to make a podcast, trying to have fun, trying to, you know, be entertaining.
And that's really more what I'm looking for than an actual like sit down healing therapy.
No. These are not two things. This is not an either or. This is we can do them both. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy to talk to you about this stuff, but you should talk to a real person as well.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's just, for me, it's been something that's tough to talk about. It's like not something that's really accepted. And it's just, I mean, like, this is the first time I've ever like verbalized this at all.
Ever to anyone.
So it's just, yes.
How old are you?
22.
Okay. How long have you been having these thoughts?
Definitely at least the last few years. I honestly don't know when it started.
Okay. You've never acted on any of these thoughts, have you?
No. I have trained a lot of martial arts, and there have been times where I've accidentally hurt someone. Like one time in wrestling, I like seriously hurt somebody's knee, and that like that's something that I almost had like PTSD from for a while. Just like the sound of somebody's knee getting ripped apart. Fucking awful.
Holy shit. Was that in high school or college?
It was actually afterwards. I was 21. I was training at a jiu-jitsu gym, in a wrestling class at a jiu-jitsu gym.
But did that have anything to do with these thoughts that you have?
No, it's almost like it feels like the opposite. You know, like when I have like a memory of that, it's like it's painful for me, and then I get that same sort of feeling when I have one of these sort of thoughts.
Okay. How often do you have these thoughts?
At least daily.
Okay. Do you notice like specific like stimulus that bring these thoughts on?
Yeah, like usually if I remember, like it could be anything, but like some sort of memory with a negative association for it will usually trigger that kind of intrusive thought for me.
Hold on, someone drove by my apartment blasting music really loudly. And, you know, it's triggering some of my intrusive thoughts as well. Well, okay, let me I guess let me do this, because I really do think you got to go talk to a real therapist. This is like totally something you got to go talk to a real therapist about. But like, let me tell you this. Okay, hold on. But like, just like as a dude, it just says two dudes on the phone. Like, is there any way that is like, how can I help you with this just as two dudes on the phone?
I don't know if there's really anything in particular that I was looking for in terms of help. I just like, I thought that this was a good way to get that out. Like in this, it's like an anonymous thing. I don't actually have to talk to somebody face to face. And
okay, how do you feel about that? The fact that you like talking about it on an anonymous thing.
It feels good to not just have that inside. It's not like saying something magically, fixes everything, but
right. But I guess I hope it, like in talking to me, you're kind of understanding that like if you just let this stuff boil, it's just gonna like I do not know I don't know you, but I don't think that you're like, just from talking to you and from like understanding at the most surface fucking level that I could understand, like you don't seem as though you're a dangerous person or a threat to other people, but you just have these thoughts that are troublesome, and these thoughts are making your life more difficult to live. And I hope you understand that. And I don't know, man. We all have thoughts in our brain that make our lives more difficult to live, and I'm no expert in how to deal with those thoughts or get rid of them or anything like that. But the optimistic part of my brain says that it's possible, and so I guess if you leave this conversation with anything, it's I hope an optimism that there exists ways for you to deal with these thoughts so that you don't have to keep living in fear of them. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, it sort of worries me. Like I have this sort of subconscious urge in me to commit violence. Like I when I was a kid, I used to fight a lot, like with my brother and with other people. I like to fight. That's like one of the things I like doing. And sometimes, like in the context of fighting, it's good to be able to be violent, but I just worry sometimes that it'll get away from me.
I'm telling you, man, like I think I actually think this is good that you like recognize this about yourself, because now before this gets out of hand, you have the opportunity to go deal with it, and I think you should I completely empathize why you feel skeptical about all the methods that people typically use to deal with these kind of things, but I implore you to drop your skepticism and be open-minded, because it might help. I mean, shit, you were open-minded enough to call me and talk about this on a podcast in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just like, trust to people is hard, like putting my whole self in somebody's hands like that and like saying, here, can you help me with this? It's hard. Like with this sort of anonymous thing, it's just like we're having a conversation. It's fine. But I definitely need to work on, being able to trust somebody with that.
I guess real therapy is also just kind of having a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, basically that's what it is. Talking to people helps. So it can be like I'll talk to my friends sometimes about shit like this, but I don't know.
What do your friends say?
About this particularly, I haven't mentioned it, but just like other things like me and my friends, we all have our own problems, so we'll talk about things we'll get deep sometimes, but I've never really talked about this. But I mean, like, when I think part of it might be from when I was a kid. My brother bullied me a lot. I really hated him for it.
Yeah.
And like I would I really, really hated him. And I remember being like 8 years old, and and like he would just be like bullying me relentlessly. It was fucking awful. And I just wanted to like get a knife from the kitchen and go into his room and fucking kill him.
Yeah.
And like that was just something that like every night I would think about when I was like 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, I feel like what kept my 8-year-old self from doing it was fear of consequences more than like any sort of morality.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I mean, I've never talked about once in my life. But I think that might be a big part of where that sort of violent impulse comes from.
Like, you feel like you're still holding on to that anger from when you were 8?
Yeah, because I can't really direct that anger towards my brother anymore. Like, I understand, like, we're both kids. It's like, it's not his fault. He's not the same person he was then. I'm not the same person I was then. But that, like, that hatred and that anger is still in there. It's just not directed at anybody.
Mm-hmm. So the question becomes like, how do you deal with this hatred and anger that's just in you, that's just like a part of you? How do you deal with it in a healthy way that doesn't involve,
I think, directing it towards good things, like
right,
directing it like through exercise and like training martial arts and stuff like that has helped me.
That's great.
But like, it's still there, you know. It's just like it needs to find an outlet. I don't know if it's possible to get rid of it. Like, it's just part of me. I don't know if it's something that developed or if it's something that was always there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just something that you sort of have to live with.
So you have found in martial arts and in exercise some form of outlet for these feelings that feels positive.
Yeah. Well, just like getting out the sort of, like, you can put as much aggression as you want into a barbell. You're not going to hurt it, you know, like. But yeah, I mean, like, martial arts was good, but there have been a couple of times where like I hurt somebody on accident with like a submission, or like during wrestling, just some weird scramble happens and something pops, and that like really gets to me. So it's like I have this feeling that I want to hurt. At the same time, I know that anytime I have hurt somebody, it's been the most awful experience of my life.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, I mean, let me say this. I'm hopeful that talking about this and being willing to talk about this on a fucking podcast, like, I hope it is a catalyst for you to go and talk about it with a professional, because it sounds like that would be helpful to you.
Another thing that's doing that is the whole, like, if you say to a therapist that you think about hurting yourself or hurting somebody else, they immediately just throw you in crazy people jail.
Do not quote me on this, because I might be wrong, but go ahead and look it up. I'm pretty sure they only do that if you have a plan.
You might be right.
I do, but I don't. I that's what I think. But I don't know. I don't know. So don't quote me on that. But I don't think that should stop you even.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll definitely at least think about it.
Okay, please.
It's like, yeah. But I mean, I appreciate you just like listening and talking to me about it, man.
Yeah, of course. Joe, Alex. What I'll stick with Alex. Alex, is there anything else like with this that just while we're on the phone that you wanted to talk about or that I can help you with or anything like that?
I think I like the thing that where like the thoughts I had when I was a kid about my brother, that was the second thing, but I don't think there's a third thing.
Mm-hmm. Did it feel like, because this is something you've never talked about, did it feel good to talk about this, especially in like a public forum?
I don't know. I don't think it being public or private really makes a difference.
Okay.
But, just getting the words out definitely helps.
Okay. And again, I hope that you if you take stock and you're like, okay, it felt good to talk about this and explore this, and that encourages you to go see a professional.
I hear you, man.
Even if you're skeptical. Because I guess I don't know what else you're gonna do if you're not gonna do that. And I mean, I think that I commend you for in the way that you are taking it in your own hands of trying to find positive outlets. I think you should keep doing that, but I don't think those two things are mutually exclusive.
For sure. Yeah, I think definitely getting some talking to a professional can help and will help.
Alex, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I mean, if there's anything that you guys feel like makes you different from other people that you're afraid to talk about, if you feel like you're a broken toy inside, or something happened to you when you were a kid, I mean, everybody has that. There's no perfect person. There's no real sane person. Everybody's got a thing that makes them a little bit fucked up. So I mean, just giving yourself permission to be flawed is really important.
Thanks for calling, Alex.
Thank you.
I just thought about it. What about those rage rooms? I really want to go to one of those. You guys know what I'm talking about? The rage rooms with they just give you a bat and some glasses and you break some plates. I know I told them to go see a real therapist, but I take it back. I think you should take the money and go to a rage room instead. Or maybe a batting cage. Darts. No, darts aren't violent enough. You could sit and play Grand Theft Auto for a little bit. That always helps me. Hey, can I get a promo code for a rage room? Does anyone listening to this podcast run a local rage room that I can get a promo code for? Give it to the people. I want to go to one. When I was a kid, I used to, my friends and I would go to Goodwill, and we would buy all these little trinkets, glass trinkets, the stuff that you got at your grandma's house. And we would go to this empty cul-de-sac, and we would just smash the fucking trinkets. And that was some of the most fun I've had in my life. That really gets it out. That really gets it out of you. I don't know. Maybe a rage room is a form of therapy. Yeah. Yeah, Alex, if you're listening, go to. I was joking. You should go to a real therapist. But hey, maybe in the meantime, try a rage room. That could be good.